Hello to my lovely listeners. I'm Katrina, and you're listening to Fan Fave. I am so excited to be starting this audio journey to talk about the trending topics in the entertainment world, along with breakdowns and discussions of pop culture topics and commentary for fans from a fan. Now, I figure before I fully hop in and start kicking off my usual full-length episodes, I should take the time to introduce myself. I am originally from the Washington, D.C. area, and I currently attend New York University to study digital media and production. Living between two large, vibrant cities, I have had the opportunity to go to countless concerts and special events over the years. I have also held several internships across the entertainment industry, including at NBC, where I have spent the last 4 semesters, and am currently an intern for The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. As the host of a podcast called Fan Fave, I obviously consider myself to be a fan. Being obsessed with pop culture has been a part of me for pretty much my entire life. For my 5th birthday, my parents drove me all the way to Atlantic City, New Jersey for what will be my first concert, the Cheetah Girls. And just a little over a year later, you could catch me at the White House in D.C. seeing Miley Cyrus and the Jonas Brothers perform for the White House Easter egg roll. I would watch every new episode or movie on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon on premiere night and would be the first to talk about it with my friends at school. And I'm still the same way when it comes to Marvel movies and new shows on Netflix. I went to watch parties for the Kids' Choice Awards in elementary school, and now I find myself throwing watch parties for the Emmys in college. I got a Twitter when I was 11, which was probably too young, but it allowed for me to stay up to date on everything happening in the entertainment world. And considering the fact that my first personal Twitter account had over 32,000 tweets over the years, it probably means I talked a little bit too much, but I was always live tweeting award shows and discussing all things One Direction. But nevertheless, I have consistently had my finger on the pulse of what's happening in pop culture for pretty much my entire life. So I thought, what better way to spend my time than sharing that passion with the world? Now, I know I'm not alone in doing some of these things, and that's where you come in. Fan Fave isn't just about me. I want to hear from you. As I talk about diverse topics in the entertainment world, I would love to have listener input and opinions on the various topics I discuss on this very podcast. So stay tuned. Fan Fave, of course, is not limited solely to the topics that I like, but as this is an introductory episode and I am your host, I figure I should talk a bit about some of my favorite entertainment-related things. As for music, I honestly will listen to anything. I often joke about how I enjoy country music, but it's true. I grew up listening to it with my grandmother and never stopped. Some of my favorite music artists, though, overall include mainly pop artists like Harry Styles, Taylor Swift, and Shawn Mendes, all of which I have been a fan of for at least 9 years. Seriously, I shouted Taylor Swift out as my favorite artist in my elementary school yearbook. I was also a theater kid in high school, so I love listening to Broadway and musical soundtracks, anything from Hairspray, which I was in during my freshman year of high school, to Moulin Rouge, which is my current favorite. When it comes to television shows and movies, my favorites are constantly changing. Primarily, I love comedies and mysteries. Most of my favorite shows fall into one of those 2 categories, like sitcoms How I Met Your Mother and most recently Abbott Elementary. But bonus points when a show is a mix of both, like my current favorite show of the year so far, The After Party. As for movies, I'm also pretty into action, specifically Marvel movies, but I also recently binge-watched the entire Mission Impossible franchise for the first time ever, and that was a pretty fun watch as well. Looking to the future of Fan Fave, the podcast will have a format of feature-style episodes that are focused on different topics in the pop culture world. Anything from music to movies, television shows, Broadway, and even social media trends. You can expect new Fan Fave episodes to come at you bi-weekly on all of your favorite podcast platforms. And if that isn't enough, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook at Fan Fave Media for additional content, including vlogs for my many adventures and events I attend in the entertainment world, along with other short-form videos on trending pop culture news. I cannot say enough how excited I am to be beginning this journey, and I thank you all for your support along the way. If you like what you hear, I encourage you to subscribe and leave a great review on this podcast, and make sure to stay up to date with all things Fan Fave by following at Fan Fave Media on all social media platforms. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Fan Fave is everywhere. So thank you. I'm Katrina, and I welcome you to Fan Fave Media.